Check it, check, mic, check. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, troops, wherever you are in the world, and welcome back to the channel. That's me, my words, where we follow trading, traveling, and training. As always, before doing this very quick video, please continue to hit that subscribe button down there. And if you do enjoy the content, please do give me a thumbs up. Troops, Friday, 10th of June, 2022. Going to quickly look at the charts, but I also, in this video, want to talk about Trey and his 100k video. So please do continue watching for that, but let's just quickly dive into the charts for AMC and GME on the dailies. You can see here we are slightly up from the beginning of the week. All about levels, troops, keep talking about them. 12.13, 12.15, around that area is the level that I'm watching at the moment. We've bounced off it once. Will we get another bounce today down here somewhere and then take off, double bottom perhaps? We had a high of 14.25. Not really sure what was causing this. I've got my own theories. But what do you think? What do you think was causing that run up during the middle of the week? Anyway, that's the area to watch, 12.13. The next one for me, troops, is like 13, where are we? Yeah, about 13.50, 13.60, something like that. You can see that there. Touch points there, and then right back here, that same kind of area. So that's the next one I'm looking at. But first and foremost, I'd like to see us bounce off that 12.13 again. Over to GME, similar story, troops, a little bit more ragged on GME, but we are hovering around that 130 area now. If you take that as an average, we are at 130 there or thereabouts. So that's kind of a holding pattern, consolidation, call it what you will, people waiting for the next move. Lots to come out from GameStop. Marketplace to come, still waiting for news on whether they're going to do a stock split. So again, bit of a holding pattern. I think everybody's just waiting to see what direction GameStop going. Again, bit of a crappy couple of days. We've had a higher over 150. I think it was 150, 153 on the nose. We've had a high of this week, troops. But we are where we are. It is what it is. Levels, troops, levels, 130. Watch that 130 level. Anyway, I'm feeling quite fatigued this week. Anybody else? Lots of FUD in the media about retail investors feeling fatigued. I'm certainly not, because I just get about my day. I do these videos twice a week. I do watch the stock. I do see what's going on. I do keep my ear out and eyes out for any announcements. But generally, I've bought what I'm going to buy. If I can add one or two more shares here or there, I will do. I've bought what I'm going to buy. I've put in what I'm going to put in. And that's it. I just leave it now. So I don't know how that makes me fatigued, really. Because it's not fatiguing. I get fatigued doing my day job, troops. Because it's really fatiguing, that is. So yeah, not buying into that at all. Nice try, hedges, but not buying it. And from what I'm seeing, nobody is. It's almost like, what can we say this week? What can we try this week? And they've got some students or something sat in the back saying, tell them they're fatigued, because that'll do it. Yeah, all right then. A year and a half of this, you know, all the research we've done, all the due diligence that has been put out there, all the things that we still keep uncovering along the way, and they think we're fatigued. No. This game, for us, is just getting started. So, you know, do what you want. Bring your worst. That's all I can say. Right then, Trey and his video, 100k. He got a lot of hate, that guy. I've been following Trey since early last year, like really early last year. I did a video about him, Andrew Mo Money, and Uncle Bruce. Who remembers those two? I don't see them anymore. They don't pop up on my list. I'm sure they're still around, but they don't pop up on my recommended viewing list anymore. So I don't know. I did a video about those three, talking about those three, and I actually said last year that, you know, I quite like Trey. He's very open. He's very straight talking. You know, doesn't mince his words, and I quite like that about the kid. He is just a kid. He's only in his early 20s. The guy's put himself out there and he's learning as he goes, and that's fantastic. You know, and to put your head above the parapet like that, for the world to see, because he's on YouTube, the world can see him. Absolutely, you know, kudos to him. And what I'm going to say about that video that he put out is, I completely agree with every word he said. Not on the mathematical side, but on the sentiment side and on the hypothesis side. So my take is, Is $100,000 per share possible? Of course it is. Of course it is. Anything is possible. Anything. Is it probable? No. So you've got the possible, yes. 100% it's possible. Is it probable? I would say no. It's less than 100% probable. It's less than 50% probable. Take from that what you will, troops. And then people were jumping on his back about this $272. That's not his price target. He never said that was his price target. He never said that's what he thinks the maximum it will get to. He said, if you watch the video and you understand the tools that he's using, he said if you have the same Fibonacci move from 20 up to 72, again, from 72 again, it will take you to 272. So that's what he was saying, and I completely understand that. So for people to start unsubscribing from his channel, for people to start calling him out, saying he's been bought out and all that sort of stuff, I just don't buy it, troops, and I don't like it neither, because he's out there doing it. Sure, he's been on a journey, he's had his ups and downs. Personally, there was a period, I think it was earlier this year, when he started doing all these stupid sketches and started going into these, playing these characters and stuff like that. I stopped watching him then because he went away from what his originality was. And now his originality's back. He's back doing his live streams. He's back doing his Kraken. And that's what people subscribe to. That's what people bought into. His raw enthusiasm for the stock market. So give the kid a break. If you did unsubscribe and you're watching this, go and give him a subscribe. You know, go and give him some support. He's doing all right. If you unsubscribe from me, I don't really care, because, like, I'm not one of those. I'm not in the, you know, I'm not the up there YouTubers. It doesn't really bother me. I don't do this for subscribers. I do this because I enjoy doing it. And I've actually got, you know, a lot of you have subscribed and you've not unsubscribed. And actually my subscriber base is growing and it's fantastic and I love it. But if you decide not to watch me ever again, do you know what? It's absolutely no skin off my nose at all. I hope you do continue to stay here, because we need these conversations, troops. Let me tell you, I've worked in an environment where for 25, 26 years, my working environment has been a lot of corporate speak. In that first section of 25 years, the favourite saying was "bullshit baffles brains," and it's when the soldiers used to come up with stuff to tell the officers. And we just make, you know, fancy words, make it sound like we've got this great plan. Any squaddies out there listening will understand exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, sir, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and this is what we've got planned. Oh, great. That sounds amazing, troops. Crack on. Jolly good. You know, so, and then we'd all turn around and go, fucking hell, yeah, nice one. So bullshit baffles brains was the first one. And then the second one is all the corporate speak, yeah. I've been around it all, troops. I know what's going on. So, and that kind of brings me on to the next point with Gary Gensler's interview that he did this week. So much corporate bollocks being spoken there, really. Let me tell you, lots of fluff, lots of words, lots of... I've asked my staff to look at. Fucking great, Gary, look at this. I'm asking you to look at this. I'm asking you to look at this. You know, look at it. Look, and what? What you should be doing is you should be out there taking affirmative action. We are actively looking to ban payment for order flow. We are trying to find a real justification for payment for order flow and against payment for order flow. So we're going to put that out there. And if we don't see any positive inputs into the market from using payment for order flow, we're going to actively pursue banning it. Get some strong statements out there. On the back of that, change. I see people screaming for change, like, why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? Again, back to my corporate background. Change takes time, troops. Change takes time. And there's two important factors when it comes to change. The first one is resistance to change. You're going to be faced with people who are resistant to change. They like the status quo, okay? And in this case, you're going to get people like Citadel who say, don't change. We don't need change. They're resistant to change. Why? Because the status quo suits them. Of course it does. They're making money. And then you've got what's called management of change, or change management. So before you make any big changes, you really have to do an evaluation of how that change is going to affect not just that particular thing that you're changing, but what knock-on effect that could have. You have to do that evaluation. You cannot just go in and say, right, we're changing that tomorrow and that's it, and we'll deal with the consequences as they come up. You can't do that, troops. And I've seen it. That's kind of a specialised area that I work in, management of change. You have to, it has to be controlled, and that takes time in a behemoth system like the financial market. That does take time. So I'm not jumping on that train of I want it done and I want it done tomorrow, because I understand it doesn't work like that. Anyway, troops, that is it. Looking forward to the close today. Not really expecting too much. Inflation data is out for the US, so do keep an eye out for that. That is going to have an effect on the market. Maybe they were pricing some of that in yesterday, but yesterday was a bit of a rough day, troops, to be honest. I'll be honest with you. So anyway, that's it, troops. That's all I've got for you in this video. A little bit longer than normal. If you do feel like you want to say something, stick it in the comments below. I do try and answer every single comment. But with that said, wherever you are in the world, do take care of yourselves and each other. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, troops.